Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, where we finally gotten Dahlia Hawthorne to come forward, and now we're gonna hear about what she was up to.
Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness?
Yes, how can I help you, Mr. Judge?
Well, it seems that if we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony.
I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown.
Oh boy.
In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night.
The plan.
The whole plan began with my death, as a stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway.
So that means that you really are...
Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fay?
Yes, you have a problem with that?
Don't give us that nonsense. There's no way that...
Watch yourself, try it. If you got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules.
How many rules does this guy have? Yeah, alright.
Mr. Godot is correct, and by the way, that's one of my rules as well.
To kill Maya? Could it be true? Okay. Oh my god, I think I got a point back. Maybe I was only missing two. You were executed last month, correct?
Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant.
How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay? Oh, when she went... Yeah, here we go.
Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her.
I see. So that's when you discussed your plan.
Huh. Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well, even though I'm her own daughter.
All to make Pearl Fay the master of Crane.
She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister Misty took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan.
A plan, huh?
Okay, stupid plan. You're talking about Pearl Fay, is that correct?
Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us.
You and your twin sister, Iris.
That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father.
Oh, so it was the other way around?
Abandoned?
The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself.
Well, that's obvious.
My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple.
What? You mean Iris?
Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general.
How horrible.
The really horrible one was that woman, that bitter, vengeful woman.
Yet you helped her.
It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fay. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power. Unfortunately for her, Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family.
Maya Fay would first have to die. Maya would have to die, but why?
For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of.
Objection!
But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya.
How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all.
That's ridiculous.
She was willing to sacrifice anything and everyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya Fey as well.
How could anyone do that? For me to kill Maya and then have pinned the blame on Iris. So did Misty step in then? You were going to kill Maya?
Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me.
So the plan was to blame the crime on your younger twin? On Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple?
She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it.
And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini.
I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris's crime anyway.
But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she?
Was it so that she would get executed?
Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her.
Wait, what? Backstabber?
You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway.
I went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. You think the plan was a success?
You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of Master will pass on to Pearl Fey.
That's absurd. Maya's she's just trapped. Trapped inside the sacred cavern.
Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you? My darling Feeny.
Oh. Maya's not dead, right? Don't tell me. Maya's not dead, right?
You want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivety and your pathetic faith in other people.
Just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fay's plan?
I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of.
If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out, right? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya?
You may not understand it, being the kind, gentle soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that.
So then tell me why.
Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest.
Oh, I think I know why.
The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction.
What did you say? This woman, Dahlia Hawthorne. She had her own reason for wanting Maya dead. Oh, yeah. Do you understand why I would kill Maya Fey now, what my goal was? Yup, I sure do. Alright. Obviously, it's because you were helping Morgan Fay. No.
Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious.
She wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She's just using Morgan and her plan so she could accomplish her own goal.
All I wanted to do was kill Maya Fey. It was the only way I could think of...
Yep, to get revenge. Get revenge against Mia for putting her away. Revenge? Looks like I have no choice but to present that piece of evidence. Wait, piece of evidence? I can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya. I've got to keep a cool head. And I need to get more information out of her. It's the only way to understand this plan and what she was after as well. Oh, we already know what she was after, though. Whole plan began a stupid plan. For it to work, Maya Fey would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. Oh, wait, what my goal was? Yup. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself?
As I said, no one would have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either.
You wanted to take revenge on someone?
I was sentenced to die because of that woman. Mia Fey.
Somehow knew this was it.
I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up.
And the reason it was impossible, was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died?
Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead.
And how do you do that?
Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on, forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans.
Just for that? For that you'd kill Maya? Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Fey.
As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless.
Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you there's not a thing you can do to me. That night.
Oh, here we go. We're getting the whole plan.
At about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple.
So, it was Elisto Nim who channeled her after all, so that's why Pearl couldn't do it.
That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing. She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back.
What did you do then?
That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
No. Nope. So then you're saying you stabbed Maya?
It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that.
What does that mean, no clear memory?
I don't know. I think I was stabbed.
You were stabbed?
At the last minute. Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it.
That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork.
Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. Before I did, I scrawled her name on that lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her.
I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end.
That's where my memory temporarily stops.
It stops?
I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness.
You were in the sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those tricked locks. Somehow I'd been trapped in there.
But how did you wind up in there?
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead, and I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself.
For a ghost, you're one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trick lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to remove it.
So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern?
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible, but it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Interrupted because we kept walking in. She didn't want to be seen.
It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall.
What? Who?
Could it have been Maya?
I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see.
Why not?
If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself while at the back of the sacred cavern.
That morning, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll in gravy. Yep.
Still, I finally managed to remove the lock, but I was too late.
What do you mean by that?
The flies had already started to gather.
The bridge had been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct?
Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped, but just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck? Von Karma? Oh, Pearls.
After that big earthquake, she showed up, all by herself.
Oh no, Iris. The real Iris. That's right. Oh. Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. I really don't like where this is going.
She said she had come to make sure the sacred cavern was alright. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. And I locked her away in my place. I'd finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned the plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan had succeeded?
I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me, I had assumed that it was Pearl Fey.
Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was Misty Fey, the picture book author.
What?
Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there.
Oh, yup. So... Alright, that kind of explains not dropping the body in the river. Okay. Okay. I think I've got a good idea of what's going on.
Maya Fey, I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is?
Matricide, the sin of killing one's own mother.
No way.
Order in the courtroom. What is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fey, but even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fey's life was none other than your darling little Maya.
Ridiculous. That's nonsense.
Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
What? What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Fey has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it? Huh? The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she could be.
Ew, where?
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River, where else?
Eagle River.
Maya Fey killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that?
No, I think she's wrong. Nope, she's wrong.
That's why she threw herself into Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. So what do you have to say now, Feeny?
Godot's gonna short circuit.
Oops, sorry, that's my phone.
What kind of ringtone is that?
Godot here. Okay, thanks. Ooh, was it something important? They just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern.
That's great. What about Maya?
There was a woman in the cave. Ooh, was it Maya Fey?
Nope. Nope.
It was the accused, Sister Iris.
I knew it. Oh. Yep. Okay, I know where Maya is.
Huh. Don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that.
So, what about Maya? Where is she?
There is no one else found in the sacred cavern.
No, it can't be.
I told you, didn't I? She's dead.
Nope. No. No. We got oh, nope, I thought we were gonna get intermission.
It seems that this case has come to an end.
Wait, what?
A tragic end.
What? I'm not done.
Sadly, it appears the killer of Alista Nim, also known as Misty Fey, was her own daughter, Maya Fey.
What? How did we get here already?
Overcome with guilt from what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death into the raging waters of the Eagle River.
Can't be. No, Phoenix, pay attention. Oh my god.
Ah!
Godot, come, please save us.
Try. Have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Yeah. No matter how improbable it may seem. What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godot? According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into the Eagle River. However, is that really the truth? Nope. Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, it must have been from the inner temple side near the bridge.
That's right. That's where she jumped from.
Nope. But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there.
Yep. What?
Don't get your panties all twisted up, Wright. Just relax and think through the whole thing again.
Yeah. So it's impossible. Yep. Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River. Also, I feel like people are overlooking one very important thing, that if Iris it was in the cavern, then who's this?
Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Fey threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim?
I sure freaking do. Where is it? Next photo, crime photo. No, that's not the one I was thinking of. Where's the... Oh, wait, is this? It's not the one I was looking for. Don't I have a... Oh, the map. Yeah, okay, there it is. Perfect. I think this is... I think either... wouldn't be surprised if either one would work, actually. I'll go with this one because I think that shows a better picture. Yeah, because you wouldn't land in the river. It's impossible to jump into the Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness. That's what I was... I'm like, she should know that. What did you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf.
You're right.
She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we would have been able to see her body in this photo. Oh, could I have presented that one too? There we go.
Ha! So you finally figured it out.
You. No.
Order!
You're just playing with me. Maya's fey body is at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding.
Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
Yes, just a few minutes ago.
Maya Fey wasn't inside the sacred cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River.
Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities.
Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be.
What? What is this one possibility you're talking about?
That's obviously a bluff. So where's her dead body then?
It's not dead at all. Ooh, they had me for a minute. Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Normally the living have no way to punish the dead. I think there's a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Really? Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant? Maya Fey is in this very courtroom.
I knew it!
There's only one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom.
You say she's here in my courtroom?
Dahlia Hawthorne, I seem to recall that you said, I had misunderstood one thing, you see.
So what?
But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood.
What do you mean?
Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne?
Why that's obvious.
Is she gonna try to say it's Pearls?
It's Pearl Fey, that pathetic little sniveling runt.
You're wrong. Pearls tried, but she couldn't do it.
I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened.
Isn't there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit.
Yeah.
Someone called me before Pearl did, but who?
Pearls even tried again on the day after the crime, but she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now, am I correct? It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could. This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it, and Misty Fey is gone. There's only one possibility left.
Ew, come on already, I can't stand the tension.
Dahlia Hawthorne, the person channeling you right now must be Maya Fey. Yeah, there we go.
What?
But how can that be? Remember what the witness Dahlia Hawthorne said about her goal? She said her goal was to kill Maya Fey.
Yep.
Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her... Ha! Well, Gramps, what would happen? Could it be?
It looks like you finally understand, Your Honor.
Well, I don't. What are you going on about?
What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. There's only one reason. To protect herself from you.
To protect yourself from me?
Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Fey. The path back to Hazakura was closed off and there was nowhere for her to run. So then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide?
You mean that's when she channeled me?
All this time you thought you had been channeled by pearls. Okay. Because I was like, how did she not put that together? But yeah, she thought that she was being channeled by Pearl. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you.
No, don't say that. You're saying that I, Dahlia Hawthorne, was played for a fool by that little whelp?
Yup.
Maya Fey killed herself, isn't it obvious?
Sorry, but no, it would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple.
I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who's never been out in the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea?
Well, me, of course. Mia. Oh, this is getting good. All right, let's stop it here. Ooh, I am so pumped for the showdown of Mia versus Dahlia. We'll just have to pick that up in the next episode. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.